no, dude, the YouTube space is, as soon as you find like a niche in any, it can be in anything you're interested in. Once you find like a niche of something, you can literally exploit it.
Yeah, dude, it's anything. I mean, there's dudes like testing out kids' toys, cars.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously sports,
Video
shoes.
games,
Shoes
yeah.
is a big one.
Video
Clothes, like it really is just anything that people find interesting. So.
Yeah. Dude, one of the coolest things, like, whenever I got monetized, I had a YouTube short. It's like a TikTok. It's like a minute-long video.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I had one of those and you get paid way less on those per view, just because it's only a 60-second video. You know what I mean? But I had one of those go viral, and it got 1.8 million views, and I got paid $182 from it. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
So that pays different compared to regular video views?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for that, it's like per every million views, you get paid $100.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
It is.
10K.
But those are a lot easier to go viral. Like, I have shorts, I've won with 1.8, I've won with like 80,000, 60,000. It's just because they're seen much
Because there's
more.
always on your home screen, and like
Yeah.
it's easy just to click on it real quick and watch it real quick compared to like looking at a 30-minute video or like something like
100%.
that.
And
Yeah.
the retentions, you almost have 100% retention.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to stick around for a 60-second video. Not everybody's going to stick around for like a 2-hour-long video.
Dude, I hate
Exactly.
the ones that are like, I can't believe he did this. And
Yeah.
like you watch it,
Clickbaity.
and fucking nothing happens,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's like, dude, fuck that guy.
I know. I hate
It's
that shit.
straight clickbait.
Yeah.
You clicked on it and watched it, and now they're like, this is exactly what I want.
Yeah, they got, and it has like 5 million views, like
Yeah.
something crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's all it takes.
It's like, I can't believe this happened. It's like security footage camera, and then like a dude walks by.
Yeah, it's
And
just
that's
like,
it.
It's just like just something totally normal. Yeah, dude.
Dude, there's a spider on the fake spider web.
Are you sure it's fake?
Oh,
The
yeah.
spider web, dude?
I don't know, man. There's some big ass spiders in this garage.
Looks haunted.
Everybody, welcome to the Off the Rip podcast, episode 15. I am your co-host Tucker Hall,
And I'm your co-host, Bailey Berry.
and we have a guest today, AJ Lyles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if the name Lyles sounds familiar, that's because his little brother's Dominic. And we had Dominic, what was that, episode 5?
I don't know, dude.
Well, it's pretty early on.
Yeah, it was like the one that we were like, holy shit, we actually got some views.
Yeah,
Dom's
I know.
episode got like almost 300 views.
Yeah.
It might have hit
He's a
300
geeker
already.
man. He's a geeker.
Yeah,
He is a
Awesome.
geeker.
Don't believe anything he said on it.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, if people stuck around for a 3-hour long or a 2.5-hour long video, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, his ghost story, dude, that he told, never heard that shit before.
Really?
Yeah, really?
That was a fugazi, yeah, I promise you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, this is AJ. It's Dom's older brother. I've known Dominic for a long time. I got to know you pretty well, probably about a year or two after meeting Dominic, because you're a year ahead of us, and especially in high school, you didn't like to hang out with, not you necessarily, I'm just saying people in general don't like hanging out with younger kids, but you were always super cool and hanging out with you and like Palmer and Peyton and all those dudes. But I guess to hop right into it, AJ is a member of the Air Force, the Armed Forces.
Yeah,
and
the chair force.
The Air Force. And you actually were just talking about you're getting deployed.
Oh,
Here-
yeah.
Here soon. Or I guess in a year or so.
Yeah, so I spent a year in South Korea, and then I came back, and I've been back for about a year now, and then coming in April, hit with my first deployment, going to be going to Africa. I kind of volunteered for it. So I've been in, like I said, 4 years or whatever, and usually you're supposed to hit your first deployment within your 1 to 2 year mark. So I'm past that, so I'm due to go. So I kind of volunteered to jump on it, just for the reason, just in case like time got closer, February, March time or whatever, that someone backed out, someone got hurt or something, and then they would call upon me. And
Yeah.
then- so I'd rather plan for it now, be for sure that I'm going instead of get short tasked when it comes a little closer. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be
So
hot.
you went to Africa in the middle of the summer. Rough, dude.
Yeah.
But you went to Korea. You and Lexi got married right before that, right?
About a year before that.
It was a year before it.
Mhm.
Okay. So you went to Korea. You did
We got
that
married in
deployment.
2020. I left in 21.
Okay. So you
I think.
went and did your deployment in Korea. You got some stories from Korea too, right?
I mean, yeah. I did a fuck ton of drinking out there. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, what do you want to hear?
I don't know. I mean, it just seemed like you guys always had a good time. Like, when I think of Korea, I think of like a totally different world. You know what I mean? Totally different culture and everything else. But honestly, it looked like you were at home with the boys. Like, hitting the bars, drinking till 2 or 3 in the morning, just having a good old time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, when I first got there, it was definitely, like, a little bit of a culture shock. Because, I mean, I'd never been out of the country or anything before. And then, you know, you're not going to, like, England or, like, some places like that where they still speak English.
It's kind of familiar.
You're going to Asia, so everything is in Korean and obviously a completely different language. And just, like, going there and, like, you know, like, drinks like this and like that, everything's in Korean. English is secondary. It's like when you go to stores now, it's like English and then Spanish under it. It's like that, but it's Korean and then English under it. So you could still kind of, I don't know, get your way around and understand what different drinks and what different foods and stuff are. But it was cool, man. I was there a year. I mean, when you're in a different country, like, especially working-wise, like, those are your boys.
Exactly.
Like, those are the dudes you're doing fucking everything with. So, got close with a bunch of dudes out there. We would, you know, work our ass off during the week, and then on the weekends it was time to party. We would go to, we had a place on base that we would go to, a bar on base that, like, the bartender knew all of us and would hook all of us up. And then we actually had, like, our own pad with, like, a volleyball net and, like, everything that we would go out in a sand volleyball pit that we would go out in the summertime and do, like, volleyball and do shit like that. And then it's also just, like, a cool mission because, like, I mean, being stateside, like, mission's a little different. It's more of a training mission, stuff like that. Basically, like, I'm stationed right now at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia. It's the biggest F-22 base in the world, and basically the whole mission there is just to get pilots trained on the F-22, get them their flying hours so they can maintain, like, flying status. But, like, in South Korea, like, North Korea's right there, dude.
Yeah.
So you know, when we were out there is when they started shooting off more missiles, doing things like that. So, in that regard, with everything going on, like Kim Jong-un shooting off more missiles, I think by March of 22, when I was there, he had already shot more missiles than the whole entire year before that.
What?
So
Holy cow.
we had to increase. It was like something crazy like that.
That's like
5 months
super
into the
high
year,
alert.
6 months. It was something crazy like that. And so obviously our mission increased with, you know, basically we're there for a short force. It was an F-16 base, so they would have like 4, 5, 6 goes a day with their squadron. So my job is POL, petroleum oil, lubricants, and like we fuel the planes. We're in charge of all the gas on a military base. So
And that's
if
what
they're
you're
flying,
doing.
we're directly involved with everything that's going on.
That's what you were doing in Korea too, right?
Yeah, gas and jets. So, I mean, they land, immediately fill up with gas. And then they'll go up again, land, immediately fill up with gas. And then when I was out there, so just being in Korea, you do they call them like exercises, basically war games. So being that close to North Korea, obviously it's a nuclear threat. So we would have to like mop. They call it mopping up, which is basically all chemical gear. So the chemical jacket, chemical pants, rubber boots over your boots, and then gas mask and all that stuff. And you'd be in that shit. Usually an exercise will last a week long. You'd be in that shit like on a 12-hour shift, like a total like maybe 6 hours. Kind of varied, you know, a couple hours in, get out, couple hours in, get out, couple hours in. But it's not like, you know, being fucking, having all that shit on and just sitting here like talking. Like imagine having all that shit on and doing your job.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was cool. I mean, it's kind of cool when you're like directly involved in like some shit going on in the world. So, and that's kind of the experience I had out there.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, whenever you're here in the States, it doesn't really necessarily feel like you. In my view, it would feel like you're not really doing anything. You're just kind of practicing role playing. Like whenever you're across the sea and like, yeah, North Korea is like right there. A missile could be here in a matter of like a minute.
So they have it's called KRO. It's like Korean Readiness Orientation when you first get on station, when you first get to base. And like one of the briefs was like, North Korea could have like missiles hitting our base within like 2 to 5 minutes.
Oh my
And I'm just like,
crazy.
why the fuck are we even practicing
Yeah.
exercises? Because like if shit's gonna hit the fan we're fucked.
Yeah,
We're just a speed bump really at that point before they're gonna hit us, and then hopefully the States or Japan and all that shit over there is gonna hit them before they come and actually invade the U.S. or anything like that. But I don't know. It was cool though, dude.
I think the biggest threat with North Korea is definitely the nuclear capabilities that they're getting. I don't know how much of a threat they are right now to, I guess, America. But yeah, it's like you were saying, especially to like South Korea and like our bases that are there. Like, yeah, it's definitely a threat. You know, but invasion.
The biggest threat is their friends.
Oh yeah, yeah. The guys a little south of them. Well, I guess southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are the biggest threat for sure. But yeah, I guess moving right along from that. I mean, so you went to Korea and you come back, and when you come back, you come back and you go to Langley, right? Then you had your little boy.
Yeah.
You had Gibby.
Yeah. So I spent 9 months in Korea. So it's a 12-month tour. I spent 9 months, and within your 12 months, you get a month to like come back stateside, or basically a month off to do whatever you want. A lot of dudes like go to the Philippines or like Thailand or Japan. You can do whatever you want, but you have 30 days. Came back home for 30 days, and then sure enough, 9 months later, first kid. So.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I have my son, Anthony Gibson Lyles, dude. He's freaking awesome. He's 8 months. He just turned 8 months a couple of days ago, 3 days ago. So yeah, he's
fucking adorable, dude.
Talking about growing up, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's wild. He's a healthy baby boy, and then my brother right behind me. He's gonna have his kid coming in about 3 months. So yeah, it's wild.
That is nuts.
First of all, congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, so were you a grade older than us?
Mm-hmm.
Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So whenever you came, whenever you all moved from St. Louis to Tennessee, were you starting high school or were you?
I was a freshman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of my freshman year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that move as a freshman? So I'm not trying to derail the conversation.
No,
you're good. You're good.
How was that move whenever you came as a freshman starting a new school in high school? Was that a hard?
I was pissed, dude.
I was gonna say I
was
be
fucking
too.
pissed, honestly. Like I'm kind of glad it happened now, because especially in the career that I have now, it kind of like got my mind to where it's like not that big of a deal to move around. But I mean, it definitely sucked, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, my parents, my dad took a new job. I mean, you gotta go where the money is, right? So like, it is what it is. But it definitely sucked. Especially coming here, I was just like, compared to like the friend groups I had in, because we came from O'Fallon, Missouri, which is right outside St. Louis. The friend groups I had here, I was just like so confused. Like coming to a new school, and like, I don't know, there was kids just wearing like fucking collared shirts and like ties and shit to school. Like I had never seen that before. Like where I come from, like everyone just wore like fucking sweatpants and shit, dude.
Really?
And like coming here, and people were like dressed up, but it definitely sucked. So I came. I think it was like Halloween time. So like first semester of freshman year, and then by baseball season, because I played freshman year baseball. By baseball season, I was good to go.
Yeah.
By baseball season, I'd done the workouts or whatever all through winter. So I met some dudes doing that. And then by the time baseball season actually started, that's when I met like Palmer and dudes like that actually like Skyler, dudes like that I still hang out with now. And then going into that summer was football workouts. We actually played a summer team that Hunter Millsap's dad coached. Played on a summer team, and then football workout. That's how I met people through sports.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is how most people,
Yeah.
Because I wasn't, especially coming here, I wasn't in any of the smart classes. Dude. Like,
Yeah.
most average people at Dobbins Bend are taking like AP level courses or taking higher level courses, and I'm like, I wasn't in any of that shit, dude.
No, I get
But
that.
being on a sports team definitely that probably made that move a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because like you said, is like, especially with any sport at DB, everything is always like year round. Like, if you don't want to play another sport, that's fine. You can literally be doing something with your sport year round. Workouts, lifting, whatever it is. So you coming in at that point and then going right into baseball workouts, like that immediately gave you a group.
Yeah.
Like guys to talk to and hang out. Plus the baseball team, all those dudes are cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most of those dudes are super cool guys. So it was like, that probably made that a lot easier moving in.
Yeah, and then my sophomore year, I was, I was fine. I was
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Which honestly, weirdly, is like the same rotation of me being at these bases. Like PCS 3 times in 4 years. Like usually it takes like 6 months ish, kind of. Well, not in Korea because it was so close knit people, but like it takes about 6 months ish. You're still kind of like the new guy, and then like you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though. That's cool that you're building like. Is it more so friends, or are you building a brotherhood because of like there is a general objective? If shit goes down, you know that's got to be your homies. You know what I mean? How is your mindset?
It's a little. I mean, I'm in the military.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not like an infantry dude.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, like if they put a gun in my hands, dude, and are telling me to shoot at people, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like we are fucked.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my
that's
job.
Scary, bro.
My job is to gas up jets and get them off the ground so they could go and like kill bad guys far away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they're giving me, I don't know. Yeah, if they're putting guns in my hands, dude, especially like in a deployed location, that means we're getting fucking invaded. Like, and it's not a good situation.
That or a lot of people are dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Or yeah, they're picking me to come and do because they got overthrown or they just got annihilated by some bad dudes. But
Yeah.
I mean, there is kind of a brotherhood. Stateside's a little different. It's kind of more of just a job.
Yeah.
Kind of just a job vibe.
Yeah.
Like overseas, it is kind of like, these are my boys, like us against fucking everyone, kind of like in that sense. But it's not like I'm gonna go out and we're gonna fucking kill everybody. It's not like that shit.
It's kind of hard to like, cause like what you're saying here in the States, you're just kind of representing the Air Force. Mm-hmm. But when you're overseas, you're representing the United States.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, exactly.
So like at that point, it's just like, we're from the United States. We're in the military.
Yeah,
bitch.
fuck with us, dude.
Yeah, fuck with us. You know.
But yeah, that is actually a really good way to put it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I agree.
Yeah. And like what I was saying, to go back to Gibby, you have Gibby, and I think that's actually really good timing. I mean, granted, you don't want to leave him, obviously, or Lexi. You guys are starting your family and everything like that. But it is really good timing that you've got to be here for the birth of your kid, for the first, major part of his life growing up. Even though you have to go get deployed, you're a serviceman. That is what it is. But I do think that's actually pretty good timing.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too. Lexi didn't think so, but
yeah, no timing is going to be good for her. I feel like.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean, she don't want you to leave.
Yeah, I feel like almost having a kid. It's like it's almost better if it just happens. Like it's hard to be like, oh no, we're not ready now. We're not ready now. We're not ready now. You know what I mean?
Ready, yeah.
But so perfect timing with everything going on, me and being back and stuff like that, but also perfect timing because we're actually, so before I went to Korea, I was stationed in Washington State, in Spokane, Washington, which is like eastern part of the state. It's about like 3-4 hours from Seattle. But I was stationed there, which like that's fucking 34 hours away, dude. Yeah. Compared to here, I could drive here on the weekends. It's about a 6-hour drive, so it's nice having that, so we could get the help if we need. Like right now, Lexi's mom, our babysitter, is out of town right now. So Lexi's mom's staying at her house and watching Gibson while we work and stuff like that. So like it's nice having having those options because like if you had a kid right now, probably you too. Like your parents are here, all your family's here.
100%.
Like they can help you out. Like Dominic. Yeah. All his family's here. They're gonna watch her. That's not like at all like how it is for me. I'm out there by myself.
Yeah.
So
you gotta legit hire a babysitter.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't
which
really
is not
know her.
cheap. Which is not cheap.
Yeah, not cheap. Yeah.
But I mean that's like another $1,500 a month, dude, for like some babysitters. But it's nice being closer, so we have that option to where they could, if we really need them, they could come in and help us out. And my parents too. They're like a 9-hour drive, but they stay in the camper and they put that shit in my driveway, so it works out. They have like their own apartment at my own house, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, no, that's not bad at all. Well, I guess after military life, one of the coolest things I think you're doing outside of your military life is the fantasy forecast. That is fucking awesome.
Are you the equal in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've seen the Pat McAfee show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how it's Pat McAfee and then AJ Hawk comes in and
Yes.
does the video call.
Yeah.
That's how like him and Mongo have kind of framed it.
That's
it's like
cool.
Mongo has a fantasy forecast. He's talking about football, fantasy football, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then AJ's in a little box up here in the
Oh,
corner.
that's cool.
And it's
That's
AJ
cool.
Eagle instead
Yeah.
of AJ Hawk. And dude, it is
That's cool.
hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Peyton, if you watch this, I know you will. Get a consistent date to film the show, dude. Come on, bro. But the last couple of times he's been able to film, dude, he's filming at like 10 p.m. Come on, Mongo. But I got a kid, bro. I got to be up at 5:45 to get ready for work. But no, I'm just messing. But it's a blast, dude. I love being on there. I love talking to NFL and being on there and just bullshitting with one of my boys. So yeah, that's like this. It's literally the same thing as this, but we don't live in the same city.
Yeah.
He lives in Knoxville. I live, down by Virginia Beach. So it's cool to do and just bullshit with one of your boys.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, it is fun. That's the same vibe we have here. Just like, well, Mongo, if you're listening, consistency is key. That's one thing I know. We film on Thursdays. It's always on Thursdays, anywhere between like 4:30 and 5:30. It's like Bailey's over here, we're filming.
It's Mongo. It's Friday at 4:30. You're literally probably filming right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the fantasy forecast. I've watched a lot of those videos, and I don't follow the NFL like that heavily. I'm more of a college football fan, so I could talk that shit all day. NFL, I get why people get into it because I mean trading and all that type of stuff. It's interesting. Plus, fantasy goes into it as well. But I guess I don't know.
I think fantasy football makes the NFL easier to follow.
Yeah, that's.
I think it honestly makes it easier to follow because it makes you not just pay attention to the teams, but obviously all the players.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got like quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Anyway, but like it makes you pay, especially if you're in several leagues too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 20 players possibly in each league that you're paying attention to weekly. So I mean, if you're following the players, then you got to know if the team's winning or if they're losing. So
Yeah.
I think through fantasy football, which
all the teams, you got players from all teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not just keeping up with like one team in particular. Like you're just a fan of the Titans or a fan of the Saints or whatever. Like you could have Alvin Kamara and then turn around and have like AJ Brown on the Eagles, or turn around and have Kyle Pitts on the Falcons. You gotta watch all those games and pay attention.
Yeah, you start paying attention to all of them. I think it's just fun, dude. Like I love watching the NFL.
Yeah.
I think it's a blast.
Yeah.
I hate fantasy, dude. I always get my ass kicked.
Yeah, I mean, actually, this is the first year where I'm like actually good.
Really?
Yeah.
You got money on the line?
Yeah, I think I'm in like 3 different leagues. They're like $20 each, something like that.
A lot
like,
of people playing?
Yeah, I think they're it's like roughly 12 people in each one, but yeah.
Okay.
So there's a decent little pot on the line, but yeah, what was that last year? You were fucking like 0-15?
No, I had a couple wins. Maybe just one win, but yeah, after like week 10, maybe even before that, I kind of forgot at one point, and then lost like 2 games in a row because I forgot to set players that were on a bye and put another player in. I was like, oh, well, I'm kind of fucked anyway, regardless. And then everybody started messaging me and being like, hey,
let me get
this, and then like, which it is kind of cheaty, like, but I was just like, I don't give a shit, like, take all my players.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the year, like, if you looked at my roster, you'd be like, no way in hell he drafted those guys.
So fantasy football, you to be successful, you definitely have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a perfect app
You're a mini GM
for taking a shit. Like when you're taking your shit, dude, just be scrolling through there, like, oh, who went off? He didn't go off. Oh, who's on the waiver wire? Blah blah blah. It's like the perfect thing, or like when you're laying in bed before to go to bed. It's like the perfect app to just like be messing around on. Because I mean, it's just like what you really just need to be on there like 10 minutes at a time. Like something weak like that to where you could just pay attention to what's going on. But it is what it is.
But when it comes to players, like it's not just. I mean, it is mainly offensive players, but when it comes to like defense, don't you just get a whole team's defense instead of a singular defensive player?
Yeah, because I feel like with defenses, besides like, this is my personal opinion, besides the Steelers defense with TJ Watt, like there's usually several good players on a defense for it to actually be really good.
Yeah.
Compared to an offense like with like Patrick Mahomes and stuff like that with the Chiefs and Travis Kelce especially. Travis Kelce is like, but like, I guess that's my own personal opinion. I don't really know where I'm going with that.
Well, I mean, I feel like on defense, so like on offense, the stats that they can put up are kind of measurable. and can be put into a point-based system.
Yeah.
Whereas on defense is like you don't really have like a lot of statistics to go off of.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like they're not
exactly.
gaining yards, they're not getting catches, they're not scoring touchdowns. You know, like I mean maybe they are, but like it's very one-off.
Yeah.
You know. And plus, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, give them a point or two for every tackle?
A tackle.
You know,
Or
so
a
it's,
sack.
or a sack,
Yeah.
or a rush, a hurry. It's like it would be a lot harder to transfer all those stats to points than offensive statistics into points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like a little thing that Peyton asked me to do with him, and I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I've only been on a handful of times, and like he's got the algorithm right
Yeah.
that he plugs players into, and based on that. He's got a system that he uses to calculate who's going to be successful and who's not going to be successful. And I'm just like, that guy looks good. Yeah, I'm going to talk about him.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just on there to bullshit, dude.
So is Justin Jefferson still like because I know at the beginning he was like the number 1 draft pick for when fantasy starts. Is he holding up to that?
So, no.
No.
Was it week 3?
He's on the Vikings, right?
He's on the
Yeah.
IR right now. So he's hurt.
Wow.
So I
But
think
he is on the Vikings.
yeah, week 3.
That's so
You don't
bad.
know who Justin Jefferson is?
No, I do. I was making sure he was still on the
T-Bone,
Vikings.
dude. I thought you'd be on top of this, dude.
I mean, like I said, I don't really follow the NFL, so like if he got traded, I'd have no fucking
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
I
so he's
follow the
hurt.
Titans,
He's been hurt for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know when he's
I
expected.
think it's
to come
after
back.
this week he's supposed to be back.
Is
Because
it?
where I work, everybody except for me plays fantasy football, so I hear it all fucking day. You know what I mean? So that's why I had an idea.
So he was pretty much the first overall pick, I would say, in probably
Yeah.
every league. It was probably Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, that's what
Then
I
like
thought.
a Christian McCaffrey or
Yeah.
something like that afterwards.
I always try to stay away from people like that.
Really?
Because if they put up those numbers last year, a lot of people, except for Christian McCaffrey, he's kind of like
If he
kind of
can
like
stay
an
healthy.
anomaly. Yeah.
If he can stay healthy, yeah.
Yeah, as long as he stays healthy, like he's an anomaly. He's always gonna give you numbers. But like people like Justin Jefferson, like when everybody's picking him first, it's like I don't trust this. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, the prime one was last year was Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Taylor, I had the first overall pick. I took him first, and he just did terrible the whole
Really?
year.
Because the year before that, he was a fucking
Went off.
beast.
Yeah,
He
went
was a
off.
beast.
I think it was his rookie season too, possibly,
Yeah.
or second
Wow.
season. Went completely off. Yeah, I mean, you just never know. Like
Yeah.
with players, like you just never know. He just had a terrible year, and then same thing with Justin Jefferson this year. Not really the same thing, because he's been going off the games he's played. He just
Yeah.
got hurt.
Yeah.
So
Which
I don't
the
know.
Vikings kind of sucked this year though.
So yeah, they lost like their first something like that.
I think
But
they're like
won
week 4, they were 1-3.
They've won their. They just
Dang.
beat the 49ers.
That's actually.
They just beat the
impressive.
49ers on.
That's a good win.
On
huh?
Monday Night Football, I think. Yeah.
Damn.
But the 49ers are on a weird. They haven't played super well the past couple games. They got beat. No, that wasn't them. But yeah, they haven't played well the last couple games.
Dude,
Two games.
I had a parlay where the 49ers, I picked the 49ers to win, the Eagles to win, the Dolphins to win, and just to help the odds, I picked the Bucks to win. And the Bucks was the only like 50-50 game. The rest of them, they were playing like dog shit teams, and every one of them lost.
Wow.
Except for the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins were the only one that won.
That's the one thing with
And
the
that was the
NFL.
first, at that point, the 49ers were 5-0, the Eagles were 5-0, the Dolphins were 4-1.
Or was it 4-1 or 5-1?
4-1, 5-1, something
Yeah,
like
when
that.
the Eagles lost to the Jets, right? I think
Yeah.
they lost to the Jets.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is why I don't sports bet.
Bro, yeah, no, for real, dude. That's like what I'm starting to realize now. I'm like, you think you know so much? Like, oh, dude, these are gimmies, bro. But then you
Yeah.
forget that it's fucking the NFL and also sports where
Yeah.
literally anyone could pretty much just be anyone at any
Yeah.
time. It's not like college football where you got like Oklahoma playing like
Tulsa.
ETSU
Or-
or
yeah.
something like that, where
Yeah.
obviously they're gonna put up 50 on them like
Yeah.
easily. It's the NFL where everyone's the best at their position.
Yeah.
So
Tulsa's-
literally anything can happen.
Yeah.
Tulsa's kind of a bad example because that's an in-state rivalry, but your point, I get
Austin
it.
Peay.
Mm.
Or
Tennessee
Austin,
and
yeah.
Austin Peay.
Tennessee, Austin. Peay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like that was weirdly a close game too.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that shouldn't have been that close.
Tennessee's not as good as everybody thinks they were.
Mm.
Like
They need a-
preseason, they thought they were gonna be like Joe Milton's the answer, and that was gonna be it, dude. But they have not looked the best. I mean, fuck, we got the best of them. That was fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
but-
We got the best.
Yeah, I know
He's
he-
got more connections to Tennessee than he does Florida.
I do. But I'm a Florida fan, dog.
Just convert, bro. I did.
No,
I
hey,
did.
look,
your
it's sitting
your
there.
fiance, where'd she go?
Tennessee.
How many Tennessee games you been to?
I'm gonna say 2 this year because that was a Florida game.
Just this year?
Yeah, we've been to 3 college games this year. We went to the Tennessee Virginia game in Nissan, Florida Tennessee at Gainesville, and then Tennessee Texas A&M at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Dude, don't get me wrong. I like Tennessee.
You're going to convert. It's okay. I did. Like I said, come on, bro. It's fine.
I'm not going to convert. That's my team forever. But like I've explained this to like Hannah and like her mom too. Like Tennessee is really not like a. I mean, I don't like them in the rivalry game, but they're not like a hate. Like Georgia, I will never root for Georgia. There's no way whoever they're gonna play, I will never ever root for Georgia. I can't stand that team. Fuck them. That's our rival. Tennessee's just like a rivalry game. The Florida Georgia game is like an actual. That's like the Tennessee Bama game. It's like there's actual bad blood there. They hate each other.
I feel like Tennessee has this weird thing with like everyone they play, like, oh, it's a rivalry, man. We're gonna bring it to them.
It's like you guys
like
suck.
someone said something 20 years ago, and they're like, oh, we're gonna absolutely destroy them, blah blah blah. It's like, dude,
I have noticed that.
bro.
I have noticed that because like,
why do you think everyone hates you?
Tennessee, Florida's a rivalry. Tennessee, South Carolina's a rivalry. Alabama's a rivalry. Kentucky's a rivalry.
Everyone they
Vandy's
play.
a fucking in-state rivalry.
Everyone they play, dude.
Yeah, everybody in the East, Tennessee, Georgia, they hate fucking Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, which is cool for like the team, like all their fans. Like I will say, Tennessee probably has the best fans, possibly. Some of the best fans in college football. Most loyal for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 105,000 people at an orange and white game. Dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But they do have some loyal fans, but it's just like, bro, like, come on, man. It's just a regular fucking in-season game, a conference game.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It was fun. Like I said, I lived in Knoxville for like 2 years, so I think I switched sides at this point. Missouri's close second, though. Missouri's close second.
So
Missouri's doing
Mizzou
great.
was your team.
I'll be
prior
honest
to
with you, I
Tennessee?
wasn't like. So when you live in other places, they don't care that much about college football,
Really?
as they do in the
Okay.
South. And I heard, so I watched the Pat McAfee show like every day, and they had Nick Saban on yesterday, and Nick Saban was like, the reason college football is so big in the South, because like back in the day, there was no other sports in the South. There was no NFL teams. There was no MLB teams. It was just college teams.
Yeah.
So until like the Braves came, and then like the Dolphins or like something like that, Falcons until all those teams started taking coming into the South, then people started being fans of that. But that's why I mean, you go around, people are like diehard Tennessee fans.
Yeah.
And like where I come from, like people are diehard St. Louis Cardinals fans.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
it's the same type of thing, but it's in a professional MLB aspect compared to like college football. Like it's just different.
Well, I feel like too is like what sports team in your city is bringing home the chips. You know what I mean? Because like the Rams, what have they been?
It can be, but I feel like the Titans can win the Super Bowl this year, and people would still be way bigger Tennessee fans than like Titans fans.
100%. Yeah.
I mean that's true. That's true. That's very true. Tennessee is a weird one. Tennessee is like y'all don't win shit, but yet you're fucking in.
But people have passed down that love for the school for generations, longer than they have for the football team.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's my whole argument against
for the professional football team.
Yeah, that's my whole argument is like professional football is like it is really hard to have like an actual genuine connection to a professional team unless you worked for them or you're from that city. It's really hard to have that connection because like I could, growing up when I got out of high school, I could have gone to Florida. You know what I mean? I loved that school. I could have gone there. Granted, I was a poor dude. I was not going to fucking Florida.
I remember that T-bone.
Yeah, but like, or I could have, I could have gone to Tennessee and like studying there, going to the games, like living on campus, being a part of that community is like, okay, now you have like a genuine connection to the school.
Yeah.
So this is where me and Tucker go back from. So I live literally down the street from him. During the summer after they graduated high school, I went to college, basically flunked out, came back, and then Tucker was like, you remember you like basically lived on the couch in between our mattress.
Dude, I had my own
in
bed.
between me and Dominic for
they lived downstairs in their house, like the downstairs,
Yeah,
and it was like AJ's bed on the right, Dom's bed on the left, and then there's like this one, like maybe 2 nightstands, like right in the middle.
Yep.
And I remember I would like. I don't know, I was just always at their house hanging out.
Yeah.
And eventually it just got to the point to where they brought out a spare mattress from this room and just laid it in the middle.
Yeah, like a twin size mattress like in between us.
Yeah. It was like AJ's bed, Dom's bed, Tucker's bed.
Yeah. I'll do that.
And then, so he was hanging out, obviously became a boy, and then, before that was a boy. And then my parents moved to Louisville,
Yeah.
Kentucky. And then you remember how Dominic fucking ripped us off, dude?
Yeah.
Dominic ripped us
Dom
off
ripped us off.
hardcore.
So-
Dude, I gotta know.
Okay, so his parents, his dad, your dad took a job with the railroad in Louisville.
Yeah,
right?
we're outside Louisville, so my parents moved. And
Yeah.
basically we were like, you come with us, or
Yeah. Well, so
essentially you're on your own.
their dad had to go first because he was starting his job.
Yeah.
So he left, went to Louisville. You know, everything. I think they were renting that house over behind Warpath, right?
Yeah, by the Great Body.
Yeah.
Over
They,
there.
they were renting that while your dad was in there working and
Mhm.
bought that house or whatever. So they were in the process of moving, but they were just living in that one house. So basically, their mom was like, "Y'all got this amount of time to get the fuck out, find your own place."
Wow.
And so we found that the apartment that we lived in, Dominic found it
In
and it's
Johnson
like-
City.
In Johnson City.
Yeah.
I couldn't sign my lease because there was a dude living in that room until August. So for the summer,
Dude, that dude was
We-
so sketchy.
he was very sketchy. That landing guy.
That whole apartment situation. So I lived with them for, like, all three of us lived there first.
Yeah.
for a
Dominic
while.
was paying the rent.
Yeah.
We slept on the couches.
No
paying
way.
equal.
We
Paying
split
equal.
it evenly.
On the couch.
Yeah.
On
What
the
was
couch.
rent? What was rent like? $550, something like that.
Was it that
Each?
much? I'll say
No,
it
no,
was
no,
each.
no. It was like $550. It was a little bit.
Nah, bro, we were paying like $250 at least, $300. I feel like a person. It was like
wasn't that much.
$1,000. It was like $1,000 for that room, I think.
No.
For his room?
Then Dominic really flossed us because my room was not that much.
Oh, how much? Yeah, you would know because I really don't know.
Everything was covered, so you only had to pay rent. The only rent that you had, well, never. I take that back.
What was your room there? Because you lived in the same.
My room was like right at 600.
Okay, so we paid.
So it was like
three
right
each.
at 600, and then everybody split the utility of power. That was the only thing we had to split,
Uh-huh.
and that was like she took the liberty of like divvying that up between everybody. So like it was like a little. I think it was right at 600 because it was my rent was a little cheaper.
Yeah.
Plus the power bill on top of that, so it was right around 600.
600, yeah. So
And then we
Dominic's
were
paying
paying like
300.
200 or 250.
Dominic's paying. We're all paying the same amount. Dominic has his own bedroom, own bathroom.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, me and Tucker are sleeping on the couch. We're laying in there sleeping one day, and the freaking like maintenance crew comes in and like just Peyton.
Yeah,
like, in the
yeah,
middle
yeah.
of us laying on the couch, dude.
Dude, it was
Yeah.
rough. That
That's-
entire summer was rough because AJ, you were moving to Knoxville.
Yeah,
At the end
I
of
don't
the summer,
remember what I
right?
was waiting for. I think Peyton was like finishing out his semester or something, and when
He was. I
done,
think he was in a lease, right?
when he it was something like that, and when he was done is when we were gonna move to Knoxville. But like, and then that one dude had like that room, and like Zach Rowliff is like, dude, in that same apartment.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, like this, if you give this guy $200, it was some shady shit going on. So I was like basically living in this guy's room with him not there at all. I don't even know if he knew I was in there.
Yeah.
It was shady, dude. But yeah, that was back in the day. That was us broke boys, dude.
Yeah,
Look at us now.
boys, dude.
Oh, dude.
Broke
Like that's
boys.
some real broke boys, dude.
Yeah, dude. This
Cookout trays every night.
every night. 'Cause, bro, we aren't grocery
$5
shopping.
cookout tray. Yeah.
Yeah, $5.
Oh,
I don't
dude.
say grocery shopping.
You can mix
Fuck
it
that.
up like
And then-
984 different options.
Oh, dude, no, I didn't even get the different. I got the same thing every single time. And
Yeah.
it's funny we're talking about cookout because I literally lived on it when I moved to Knoxville. I'd have cookout like probably.
Hey,
every
you can
other
walk
fucking
right down the
night.
strip to it.
Well, not just that. It was the only thing. I would get off work at like 10 o'clock. It was like one of the only places still
Yeah.
open, and it's just so cheap, dude.
Yeah.
But I'll get the same thing every time. And then I like last weekend, me and Lexi were out grocery shopping. I was like, no, I think I want cookout.
Yeah.
Finally, after like I hadn't had it in like 4 years, went and had it. It was still good, dude.
Yeah.
What'd
What'd you
get?
order?
Hold
I
on,
get-
hold on. It was chicken tenders.
Yep.
It's a chicken tender tray.
Main item?
Yeah.
Chicken
Fries.
tenders?
What?
2 orders of fries.
No.
Damn.
Chicken tenders, bacon wrap, fries,
Okay.
huge tea every single time.
Wow.
And sometimes I would either get like a bacon burger or two, or like
Yeah.
2 more chicken tenders, dude.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I would get that fucking all the time. But
Bro, it was fucking hilarious watching AJ eat that tray because I know exactly how he ate it. He broke the chicken tenders up so they won't get as hot so he can eat them. Dude, every time he got that tray, I remember watching him get there and he'd just be like, watching TV or something, breaking up the chicken tenders. I'm like, that's a good idea, but I'm too savage for that. I'm just gonna eat this fucking chicken.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dip in some sauce, it's alright.
And you bite into it.
How long did we live in that apartment? Was it just that summer?
Yeah, it was just that summer. It's probably till because I signed my lease in like August. Because that guy's lease was up at the end of July, and then I had to wait like 2 weeks for them to clean it, which she didn't fucking clean it. That place was
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. Tucker, though, like, I remember when he moved into that room, he went, like, talk about broke boys. He went, like, I don't know how long. I'm going to say 3 months, just a guesstimate. No shower curtain or anything. Like, in his shower. I'm like, bro, it's 99 cents. Like, go get a shower curtain, dude. You're like, he would just be in there, like showering, obviously. No fucking shower curtain. Water all over the floor and
That's
shit,
hilarious.
dude. Oh,
That's
man,
hilarious.
yeah. And then, so, like, I didn't even save up any money, really. I was banking on getting a job at Fastenal in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Because, shout out Eli Casey. He said his dad or whatever had a hookup in Knoxville for a job.
Wow.
So I'm like, fuck it, dude. I got, like, first month's rent. Me and Peyton moved to Knoxville. No jobs.
Damn.
we had enough rent for, like, 1 or 2 months. So we spent, like, 2 months, like, looking for jobs and just fucking smoking weed every single day. Just chilling. And Knoxville, and then we both got these jobs at this call center, which I don't know if you've seen this. There's like a documentary like on Netflix or something about these dudes who work in this call center, and basically what their whole thing is like they're selling. So we were selling concert tickets for like the Knoxville Firefighters Association, and, like some sketchy shit.
Yeah.
Dude. But like after watching this, so anyway, I'll just tell the story. So like we were selling concert tickets for the Knoxville Firefighters Association, cold calling people on this fucking call center, dude. Peyton's like, yeah, dude, found this job on whatever. Like he moved on before me started. He lasted a day and a half. He's like, dude,
Wow.
I can't fucking do this shit, dude. I was like, dude, it was like it paid well. It was
Really?
like $15 an hour plus like commission on top of whatever you sold.
Wow.
So I'm like, dude, like, come on, this seems like good money. You're like, I need money right now. Like, this should be a good job. And I go there, and like, bro, everybody we're calling is like 85 years old.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, dude, everybody we're calling is like old as hell. And then like, obviously, it's like stick to the script, right?
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, you know, the Knoxville Firefighter Association really needs your help with this year. We're selling concert tickets to fucking, I don't even know who it is, dude.
Yeah.
Billy
And,
Joel
like-
at the fucking Ryman or
Yeah,
something.
and like these people are like, oh, I'm so sorry, I would love to, but I just have like so many medical bills. I just had a heart attack and all this
Oh
shit.
my
And I'm
gosh.
like, as a normal person, you're like, all right,
Don't worry about it.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
all right, like, have a good day. Hang up. Dude comes over. Hey man, like, you're supposed to hit this rebuttal like after that. And I'm like, I just sat there for like 20 minutes, just like, what the fuck am I doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I cannot be. I don't have. I'm. Morally, I can't do this.
No, yeah, you're not selling
So
yourself.
I
for
lasted a
that.
day and then
Wow.
quit. And then I ended up getting hired at Fastenal. And then worked at Fastenal for a while. And then started working at UPS too. Then I've worked 2 jobs for like a year. And then pretty much got let go from Fastenal. And then was working at FedEx and UPS. Like a crazy schedule. I would wake up at like 4:30 a.m. I'd have to be at FedEx. I worked at FedEx Freight, so I was driving a forklift loading trailers.
Okay.
I would wake up at like 4:30 a.m., go into FedEx, get off at like 9 or 10 a.m., go home, go to bed, wake up, and then I worked at UPS from like 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I did that for like, I would say it had to be close to a year. And I was just like, fuck this, dude.
Yeah.
So that's how I joined the military.
Okay.
I was just like, fuck this, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I was like tired, obviously, all the time, just working my ass off, and still broke as hell.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
everybody,
that's horrible.
especially like, I don't, this is gonna sound weird to say, but like, I guess when you see all your friends,
Oh, dude, fuck.
like,
yeah, I know.
you see all your friends, like, and you know, like, it's gonna sound ignorant, but like, not paying, it's not their money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
oh,
like
yeah.
living this like cool life, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, dude, I'm fucking killing myself right now.
Yeah.
Barely getting by, dude.
100%.
So I was like, all right, I gotta make a decision, and then I went to the fucking Air Force recruiter, and fucking like a month later left for basic training.
wow.
So I was like, dude, I'm so sick of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it happened.
No, I mean, dude, hats off to you for having that like mindset.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, having the mindset to, you know, not let yourself starve and like, you know, get up, work 2 jobs like that and support yourself, like that's commendable in itself. But to also have the mindset to be like, this fucking sucks. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this the rest of my life. I'm going to do something better for myself.
Yeah.
Like, bettering yourself, like, especially through the military, because, like, I feel like right after high school, a lot of people we know, like, went straight to the military, and either A, it didn't really, like, work out for them, or B, they kind of did it for the wrong reasons, but, like, you before the military and after the military, like, two totally different people.
See, I don't think I am.
No, I mean, not
I'm
like...
the same dude.
Yeah.
Not as like a, I guess like as like your soul or as your person, like you're still the same guy, but I just mean like, you were like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. It's like,
It's just more. It's a big
you're
boy
more
job,
responsible.
dude. Yeah,
you're like way more responsible and like grown up and like,
yeah.
you basically, I feel like you became like a man after that.
Disciplined.
Like very disciplined. That's what I was searching for. The discipline in you was totally different and very noticeable. Like your energy changed too. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it really
maybe
did.
it did.
Bad vibes.
Good vibes. Great vibes.
I know. Yeah.
Inspirational vibes and like, I don't know. It's like I've always fucked with you. Like you've been like one of my best friends growing up and stuff. Like, and seeing that in you is just like, yeah, that's super inspirational to me. Because like I want to better myself and grow up and be responsible like that. Like it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You just
have the balls to do it.
Get a fucking big boy job, and I don't know. When it's also when people start relying on you too now. Like I mean, you're about to get married. You're married.
I'm married.
So like people start relying on you, and I mean it's not just you making decisions for yourself anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's like oh fuck, dude. Like you can't buy something super expensive. Well, I mean I did still, but like you just gotta control yourself a little more. You know, you're making decisions for two people now compared to one.
Yeah.
Like. Just been doing like stupid shit now too. If you get in trouble, it's not just affecting you; it's affecting another person as well. And now I have a son, so it's affecting him on top of that. So it is what it is. But living in Knoxville was fun though. I'll say that.
I bet it was a necessary experience.
I was working my fucking ass off, but I had a blast out there.
Yeah.
But
I don't imagine.
yeah,
game days down there were fun as shit.
Yeah.
Especially when we came to visit. It's like that was one of my favorite stories, dude. It's like. If Dominic came with us like maybe once or twice, but a lot of times I went down with like Zach and them, and we would go to Palmer's and hang out and party or whatever. We go to AJ and Mongo's, hang out and party, game starts or whatever, and then we hit the bars or like party some more at one of their houses. And I remember being like AJ or Peyton, I was talking to one of them, I was like, can I stay at your house? And they're like, yeah, we don't give a shit, come on. So then I walk in there to go stay there, and as soon as I walk in, there's like 7 dudes on a couch. And I'm like,
my god.
Fuck, where am I sleeping?
Yeah.
And everybody's staying until like 3 in the morning. So I remember like crashing on one of these giant beanbags they had.
it was like a bar in there at some points. At one point, it was like 6 inside and like everything in that apartment,
Yeah,
dude. Like, I talk about it today. That's still like one of. I mean, obviously, you get more money, you get nicer places, but that place was $620. Peyton paid $320. His room was like maybe 5 inches bigger than mine, so I made him pay the 20 extra bucks. And then I paid $300, bro. But like the cheapest place I've ever lived in, but like so many good memories.
Yeah.
Because like me and Peyton are both like very, very like I feel like just chill people. Very go with the flow, just like chill dude. So we vibed like before that too, but like especially living together, like we were always on the same page with everything going on. Yeah. So it was a blast living with him, dude. And it was a great ass time down there. I don't know if you ever came there.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't know, but I know Tucker was there several times, and it was a good time there.
Yeah,
it was a great time. Yeah, like you're saying, good memories. It was the same way. It was the same way with the apartment too. Yeah. And like when AJ was living there, like it was good times. But like after that, like AJ left, and I got my own room, and like we really got to partying up there. Like some of those parties were crazy. I mean, you came to some of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
I don't know. I like the big parties are cool, dude. But I like just like
chill.
I like this.
Yeah.
I do
like
too.
this is my vibe.
Yeah.
Like just hanging out, BSing.
I was used to that because like we would hang over at your parents' house all the time, like that.
Yeah, but then
Just
you
the
went on
boys.
your little
hiatus.
Your little frat boy.
Yeah, little frat boy.
Oh, dude.
We talked about it. The faces of T-Bone. There's been many a phase of T-Bone.
All inspirational quote T-Bone.
Freshman year, sophomore year. After that was like kind of like normal.
Avalanche T-Bone.
Avalanche T-Bone. That was.
You remember when me and Peyton came to his frat house one time?
Oh god.
And Peyton's like, that house was actually dope. Like it was massive, and we're just like walking around in there. Tucker's like showing us around, and then I think me and Peyton were leaving. We were trying to go somewhere. I don't remember what happened, but Peyton's like, he walked up to this dude in his frat house. He's like, hey man, like, you got a stove, blah blah blah, and this guy's like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you in my house? Blah blah blah, and then Tucker's gone. Tucker disappears.
Damn.
And no, I wasn't with you when this happened. I had no idea this happened until I got the phone call.
From that guy?
No, from him.
Oh,
Him
shit.
and Longo.
And I'm like,
what the fuck's your boy's
fuck,
problem?
Dude, this is not good. This
Yeah.
is not good. Because I mean, it's not just all. It's us two versus the whole fucking house
Yeah,
at that point.
There's 80 brothers in that fraternity.
Oh my
So we
gosh.
left and they like fucking
Yeah.
tried chasing us down the street. I don't know. That was
What?
a wild situation.
Are you
yeah.
serious?
Nothing happened, but I was just like, what the fuck?
That's so stupid. That's
It
the
is
stupidest shit.
It was very stupid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I realized that now.
Yeah.
But I had a I was just so
Your
enticed with like,
brothers.
fucking brothers. I've known these guys for 3 months.
That's what he would say, dude. He's like, these are my brothers. I remember Dominic told me about it one day. He's like, dude, Tucker has totally changed, man. Like, I don't know what's going on with Tucker. And like, he's like, he keeps calling these guys his brothers and like all this shit. And Dominic's like, we're your fucking brothers, Tucker. We've known you way longer. Like, what the hell, dude?
I know.
But,
Tucker, that's a cult, dude.
I know.
yeah, dude.
Quit drinking the Kool-Aid, bro.
Yeah, out of that. Yeah, Tucker would come showing up in his little shirts and like cowboy boots and shit. I'm like, god damn it, dude. Chill out, T-Bone.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
But like that was like, granted, I look back on that now and cringe.
Yeah.
'Cause that was,
should.
Yeah, I know. But they say if you don't look back on yourself and cringe, then you're not growing. So
That's a pretty good thing.
yeah, like if you don't look back at the things you do or say, like, you know, in years past and you don't cringe, then you're not growing. So
Yeah.
like, granted, that was a very weird period of my life, but I was like really enticed with like partying and girls and like being the popular guy on campus.
Yeah.
Like everybody they didn't really like know me, but I wore a Sig Up shirt, so they knew I was like, oh, he's a part of the best fraternity on campus. Everybody loved him.
Sig Up, that's what it was.
Yeah, Sig Up. So like everybody loved Sig Up, and it was like cool to be a part of something like that because one, I lost sports, so I didn't have that anymore, and then I got sports back with the fraternity and like that sort of same like locker room vibe,
Oh yeah.
and then I kind of morphed into it. Like I was like, I'm going to that house. Like
Yeah.
we're partying here with like my guys I went to high school with and like my actual brothers. You know, like two of the dudes that lived at that apartment, Dom and Zach, are gonna be in my fucking wedding.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly,
like
yeah.
those are brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I invited a single person from my fucking fraternity.
As you probably, I'm not.
Not
saying that,
granted,
but-
like they're great dudes and everything, but it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I spent a year and a half maybe with
Yeah.
you guys. Like,
Yeah.
I was other than just getting blackout drunk, we don't have many memories.
Where were you here? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
You know, what'd you do for me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a weird, like, whole fraternity thing is just kind of strange to me. It's cool. I could see it being cool. But it's also just fucking strange at the same time.
You got to do it.
Like, you're
right.
paying this initiation or whatever. You're paying, like, what is it, like 2,000?
No, ETSU is a lot smaller, and it's not as much. Like, mine was $500 a semester.
But, like, I don't know. It's
But like a bigger SEC schools, yeah, you're looking at like Alabama's are like $5,000 a semester.
$5,000.
Yeah, like some of the like top tier ones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Basically,
like
you're just
5,000.
paying, essentially, I think, to have those connections. It's just connections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where, like, 20 years down the road, you're interviewing for a job or some
Yeah.
shit, and some other dudes who's interviewing you is a SIG up too as well. And
Or
he's like,
just in Greek life.
oh shit, yeah, what
Yeah.
were you? Blah blah blah. It's just
Yeah.
paying to have those connections on there, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's always good to have
No.
connections, but
And like if you do it for those reasons, that's
and it's an
fine.
easy way to make connections because
Yeah.
you're
It's
always
easy.
with all
Yeah.
those dudes,
Yeah.
and then you're hanging out with sororities and like everything else too. So
Yeah, like a lot of the guys I pledged with, like I think 3 of them met their wives from Greek life at ETSU.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean like, and they're all from out of state, and they
Yeah.
came to ETSU. So like that's one thing is like, yeah, like if you're not involved in like sports or anything like that, like it's a good way to meet friends and like make connections, be a part of something. You know, it's
Yeah.
cool. But you got to do it for those reasons. You can't do it for the reasons I was doing it, for getting fucked
Oh,
up.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't have lasted a day.
getting fucked up and like the thought of having girls all over you.
Yeah.
Which,
yeah.
granted, one of the two happened.
Yeah.
Because T-Bone was a big one right there.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember that stage.
Yeah, it was a rough stage. Hey, this stage I like this stage.
Fit T-Bone.
Fit T-Bone. Yeah. Responsible grown-up T-Bone.
Back in the day, he was like
T-Bone.
sending videos of like him working out,
Yeah.
like doing shit. Like, good for you, bro. Show it off. You got it, dude.
Yeah, I lost them abs, dog. I lost those abs quick.
Dude,
I gained that happy weight.
I'm kind of fat right now, but like I've never been able, even at the skinniest stage of my life, I've never been able to have abs ever.
Dude, I will say.
We'll see after this African heat how it goes.
You're gonna come
Dude.
back fucking shredded.
Yeah.
Spent like 6 months in a sauna.
Mm.
But no, honestly, I've talked to Hannah about this too. Is like the eating habits and like my relationship with food at that period of my life was very, very unhealthy. Very
Same,
unhealthy.
dude. When you're broke, you don't have very many options.
Yeah, I know. But like, I mean, even like when I got super cut like that, I was
you're
doing
saying that
yeah,
stage.
yeah, that stage. Like I was doing well for myself. I mean, my rent wasn't super high. I was living at the apartment next to Dominic, and I was just working out. I didn't have a relationship to put energy into, so I was like, I'll just put all this energy into myself.
Mm.
I could go work out all the time, eat right. I could go to the grocery store and like get really, really, and it's not good food. It's just like everything like super low calorie and really restricting myself.
Chicken and rice, dude, every day. Chicken, rice, and broccoli is what you
Yeah.
brought to work.
Exactly. Chicken, rice.
Mhm.
And I cut out broccoli there for a while because I was like, I don't want the extra carbs.
You are cut as shit, though.
I mean,
You
dude,
look great.
I'm not kidding you. I think I may have hit 10% body fat. And that is,
That's crazy.
10%,
Without-
yeah, dude. You're
without
tiny.
steroids,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
10% is crazy
Yeah.
without steroids.
Dude, you weighed as much as me at one point. You got down to like 170, did you
Yeah,
not?
my lowest weight was 160 because I
That's
lost.
crazy to me.
I got down to 160 because my goal, because I started out at like 260.
Yeah, that's...
My heaviest was 260.
Big
After
old
like,
T-bone,
yeah,
yeah.
that was like freshman year of college.
Yeah,
And
You
then
were 260 then?
yeah,
that's wild.
because I
don't remember
quit
you-
lifting and just drinking, and
I
I
don't
blew
remember
up.
you being that big.
Yeah, I was 260.
You carried it well, honestly. I don't
Yeah,
remember
you
you
did.
being that big.
You
I
did.
guess. I mean, granted, I was lifting a shit ton for football. Like I was lifting heavy ass weights. So I mean, there
Oh.
was a lot of muscle there, but I was fat.
Dude, that is a weird stage, like, after high school when you're used to, like, I mean, I didn't play any sports my senior year, but, like, when you're used to, like, mandatory workouts and doing all that, and then you're just nothing. Like, I got up to, like, at one point, dude, right after high school, I got up to probably, like, close to, like, 230.
Yeah.
My fat ass
Big
did,
H.
dude. Yeah. And then everyone's like, oh, you got small, blah, blah, blah. No, I got broke and I couldn't afford to eat, bro.
Yeah.
Is what happened.
Yeah.
I was just,
Well, bro,
and
you
I was
remember-
working at UPS, too, which is, like,
You're moving on.
it's like,
all
dude,
day.
loading trailers and stuff in
Yeah.
this, like, this, it's hotter than what it is in here, like, every
Yeah.
single day, dude. So, like, it forced me to be in somewhat shape, but, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, and honestly, so I was at 260, and then when we were living at the apartment, I kind of lost weight because like I was smoking a bunch of weed and I wasn't
Yeah.
eating shit, and like I got down to like 180, I guess,
Yeah.
and then maybe 190. I got a little small, and then especially like if you saw me then and then didn't see me for a year and then looked at me again and be like, "Fuck, is he on drugs?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I guess it kind of was.
This dude's doing coke every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got down to 180, and then I got back up to probably about like 230. Because I wasn't working out, and I was
Yeah.
eating out all the time. And then that's when I really started taking like working out seriously, and I got down about 200, and then Hunter came in. He moved back from North Carolina, and me and
Yeah.
him started working out together.
Yeah.
He introduced me to like calisthenics and shit.
Yeah.
Got my diet in check, and dude, I shredded it off, and I got down to 170, and I think 170 is kind of like my bottom. Like my stature and the muscle I have in my body will not allow me to go down below 170 because then I'd have to lose muscle mass to get there.
Yeah.
So
170 is your fighting weight.
yes,
Yeah.
170 is like I'm completely dehydrated and
Yeah.
about to die.
That's where you weigh in at. Yeah.
But I had my tonsils removed that winter,
Oh yeah.
and I couldn't eat shit for a week,
Yeah.
and just laid on the couch and basically just like bedridden.
Yeah.
It knocked me the fuck out. I lost 10 pounds that week.
Wow. And your voice sounded weird too.
Yeah, my voice did sound
You
really
you
weird.
sounded like you had like inhaled a little bit of a balloon.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, it was
It was
funny.
weird. Dude, my tonsils, so they have a chart on tonsil size. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is the largest, like they're touching
Yeah.
in the back of your throat. Mine were a 3.
Wow.
So when they cut it out, it's literally just like nothing back there anymore. And it's
Wow,
a
yeah.
big ass hollow thing I got to get used to talking.
Fuck yeah.
So it was a weird feeling.
I bet.
It felt like I always had a bubble in the back of my throat.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I couldn't, that was the biggest thing for me, is like I couldn't get down to 160 because I was like, I've lost 90 pounds. I want to say I've lost 100 because I'm so fucking close.
Yeah.
Well, then I had that surgery and I lost the 10 pounds and hit 160, and I was like, well, I can just say I did it.
Yeah, dude, that's nuts.
What are you right now?
Right now I'm about 195.
I hover around like 87, 90.
Yeah.
And no matter
I like
what
this
I do,
weight. I like this weight.
no matter what I do, bro, like I got down to 180 when I was in Korea. So I was working out a shit ton, but I was also working night shift. And I feel like when you're on that schedule, you sleep more, I think, when you're on that schedule. And you definitely eat less when you're on that schedule as well. And being on that schedule, I got down to like fucking 180, 179-ish. But like now I hover around like 190. And I cannot get back to 180 no matter like what I fucking do.
Hannah says that too, because whenever she first moved to Nashville and took a nursing job, she was working night shift. And she said that she wasn't even trying to lose weight; she just lost weight.
Yeah, it just throws your body in some like weird loop to where it's not used to what's going on. So it probably burns more injury. Burns more injury. And then like I don't know, you definitely eat less because you pretty much wake up, you eat, and then you might eat like one time at work, and then as soon as you get off, you're going to bed.
Yeah.
Well, dude, behind anabolic steroids, the best way or the best like most stimulating thing for your body to build muscle is sleep.
Yeah. That's it.
Like, out of everything else, if you sleep correctly and, like, get deep REM sleep, it is so good for your muscles because protein synthesis happens when you sleep like that, and it rebuilds your muscles. And if you get really good deep REM sleep, and especially, like, on night shift, you're sleeping more than 8 hours usually because you're dog-ass tired, your body can really recover, and you build more muscle mass, lean mass, and, you know, kicks up your metabolic rate, burns more fat off your body.
Dude, it got to the point I was sleeping, like... I was sleeping like 9 hours.
Bad.
I was sleeping like 9 hours, dude. 9-10 hours, like consistently.
Yeah, consistently sleeping like
Dude,
that too
like,
is like
I
that's a whole like 2 to 3 hours extra that you could be getting like maybe probably like another like 3 to 4 REM sleep cycles. So your body can like super recover.
Yeah, it was gnarly. I would wake up and be like, holy shit, dude, it's already dark outside. What the hell?
Plus, like you said, you were working out too, so like your muscles needed to be rebuilt. They were already tore down and everything, so yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird segment. But yeah, I got down to like fucking in the 170s, and I've never been that light before. Yeah. My thing is, like, I can tell immediately in my face. My face, I feel it. Like, when I get past 190, I feel it immediately in my face. I just feel like bloated on my face. I'm like, dude, I fucking hate this.
It's round.
So like I'll start.
Your face gets round.
Yeah, I just like I feel like my face is hot. I feel like it's red, and like I just hate it. It drives me insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll go for a run or like do something to where I know I'm gonna lose like 2 pounds or like something crazy like that.
Yeah.
Because it drives me crazy to have that like in my face.
Yeah.
And
how do you fit that in with like Grant? I'm sure Gibby like takes up a shit ton of time outside of your job. Like, how do you fit that in working out still? Because, like, you guys have that garage, right? And he has that little crib right there. And I see you have, like, a dumbbell set and everything like that. So, do you just, like, work out with him there?
So, I wouldn't the person who really actually enjoys working out and is actually, like, knows, like, the stuff you're talking about working out with, like, the sleep and, like, is Lexi. She's really knowledgeable in that field with different things. And then, during her pregnancy, I mean, she was working out the whole time she was pregnant. Until she was like
really good for you. Probably
like 8.5-ish months, going on close. Ish. I would say 8 months. She worked out the whole time she was pregnant, out early in the morning and stuff like that. So like, I'm like, fuck, dude. If she's pregnant doing this, like, I have to work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but we built. So like, obviously having a kid, it's honestly I would hate going to the gym too. I just don't like going to the gym. I don't like waiting on different things. I don't like people watching me and shit like that. So literally I just have a bench and dumbbells is the only thing I use. And I have like some app that has a bunch of different exercises and things like that. So I get off work at like 3. Lexi gets home at like 4:30-ish, and we'll work out together, like usually in our garage. We were doing it in the mornings, dude, but that's like waking up at like 5 o'clock to work out, which like sucks, dude.
Shit's for the birds.
Dude,
it sucks.
That's what I do, dude. Every morning. I'll skip one day. Usually a week I try to skip on Wednesdays. But that's the way my mind and everything works better. And then by the time 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm exhausted. So I'm out.
Bro, I mean, Yeah, I mean, we might as well do that because we're in bed, dude, no joke, by like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Like literally 8 o'clock because we get up at like 5:45 and then we're out the door at like 6:45, 7 to work. So, I mean, we might as well. But it's just like an hour early getting up. It's like, man, I don't know, man.
It's not too bad.
But she did say, I don't know if this is true. If working out in the morning, it helps you burn more calories throughout the day. So
you're not burning off carbs. You're burning off body fat more so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want that first meal to be like high protein, high like healthy fats, not carbs. You know what I mean? So I'll just
but it's like, do I really need that going, bro?
Yeah.
Like 45 minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
Well, like when you work out in the morning, you're working out completely fasted because
exactly.
If you went to bed at the right time and you obviously didn't eat anything in the middle of the night, your digestive system's already got it out, so you're completely fasted. So the only thing your body can rely on is your fat storage.
Yeah.
For energy, because like you have no. I mean, maybe a little bit of carbs that are in your bloodstream it can use at first, but for the most part, it's all fat. That's why they say like fasted cardio in the morning is one of the best ways to burn fat off your body. But other than that, like me personally, the way I like to lift, I notice if I work out fasted and or under fueled because I get so tired so quick.
Really?
My muscles will not give me that extra bit. Like I need to have something in my body. Like I fast I don't fast in the mornings. I eat a protein bar on the way to work. So I kind of start my day off with some protein.
Yeah.
And then I don't eat again until noon. So I eat at noon and I eat chicken and rice. Or whatever crazy Instagram high protein recipe I find.
Yeah.
And I'll eat that at 12. So I have that in my system and it's pretty much digested by the time I hit the gym at 4. That's 4 hours later. It's pretty much in my system, in my blood, everything. I have food ready there to go work out. Like I've noticed when I go in the mornings, it's like sometimes it's fucking rough.
Yeah.
And to me personally, I think it's more beneficial to get those extra reps and have your muscles fueled. Yeah. Because that tears them down more, and you're getting more load, more reps in than working out fasted. But that's just me personally. Some people work out great fasted.
Yeah. No,
I work out better.
You work out better fasted?
Yeah. Anytime I'm doing anything athletic or anything working out, it's better. Like I played softball a couple months ago, and it's not working out, but it's exercising. Yeah. Before games, I can't do anything. Like I just feel like I'm 10 pounds heavier.
Like sluggish.
Before I go out and play a game or eat a workout or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, like cardio, I feel better fasted.
Yeah.
Like if I'm running, moving around, I want to be fasted because I'm like you. I don't like all that being in my stomach, moving around or like feeling bad.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to weightlifting, like I don't mind to feel full. I don't mind to feel like I have energy stored there for me to lift.
I feel you, and that's where I feel like with what my goals are. My goal is to gain weight because in senior year of high school I weighed 135 pounds. I weighed myself on Monday. I weigh 167 right now.
Yeah.
So, but can you eat what you want and like?
Yes, you can.
I can eat one.
It's not a wild thing to think of.
See, I have
crazy metabolism, bro.
I have no idea how it would feel being in your all's bodies.
It's not that cool.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Like, dude,
you go on vacation, gain 15 pounds, and have to lose it all back.
But dude, I'm trying.
It's so much easier to eat 15 pounds than lose 15 pounds.
For real.
But going back to what you were saying, for what my goals are, it would probably be more beneficial to me to work out in the evening and have carbs that I'm getting my energy from versus like just fat, because it's like I am burning fat while I'm working out and I can't get those extra reps in because my body's just waking up. But I more so work out in the morning to like start my day and be in that mindset of, okay, I was up way before any of these other motherfuckers around me, that I got my shit in today.
Got that Goggins mentality.
Exactly.
Dude, no, you watch all the successful people.
4:30.
All up in the morning working out.
Exactly.
No matter what successful person, like, you want to get your inspiration from, every single one is up in the the working out. I almost guarantee it.
That's what started me on it.
Almost everybody, but I will say...
Jelly Roll.
Facts. But no, I mean, I think, we've talked about that before, but I think the biggest thing is not necessarily that they get up and go work out. It's just the consistency of what they do. Yeah. The only, like, thing that you can say about successful people, because there's so many factors to it, the only thing you can say that is commonplace across the board is consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is the key to success, I feel like. Because if you're showing up day in and day out, like, you're going to see the results.
Yeah.
Like, even if your diet's like 50%, like, you're still going to see some results from being consistent and going to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked out for like, I don't know. I was working out like a year straight-ish. And then took my PT test like 2 weeks ago. Just been coasting. Haven't done shit.
Yeah.
Got like a good PT score. I'm like, yeah, I'll work out today. Some little thing will fucking set me off. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just blah, blah, blah. Which is a benefit to doing it in the morning. Because it's
You don't have to
already
worry
out of
about
the way.
it. Yeah, you don't have to worry
It's
about
out of
it.
the way.
Exactly.
I do enjoy that part about it.
Which me and
I
Lexi,
love it, yeah.
like we say that, like, oh dude, we've had all this shit going on in the afternoons where anything goes on, that's the first thing that gets kicked. Which is a bad habit, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
So like
It's
you
true.
get it done in the morning, like it's already gone, dude. Like you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it anymore, which that is a perk too. But I don't
You
know,
either
it's
you either
what it
have
is.
to have the discipline to like tell all those other obligations, no, I have to do this first and then I can do this, which nobody really wants to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like,
Yeah.
not necessarily that other people don't think your health's important,
Yeah.
but like, there's just certain things you got to go do, and there are other obligations you have in the afternoon, usually when people are available.
Yeah.
And off work, yeah.
And off
Yeah.
work, and then so you doing that, you either have to have the discipline to say no, I'm doing this first, then we'll be there,
Yeah.
or just do it previously
In the
and get it
morning,
done. Because like I did enjoy that. Like I had so much fucking time in the
Oh,
afternoon.
dude,
Yeah, but then you're like, oh my god, dude, I'm so tired.
Yeah, dude, 9 o'clock rolls around, it's like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, especially on the weeknights, but I kind of like it. On a weeknight. On Fridays, when I want to hang out, it's like, okay. It's 11 o'clock's creeping up.
Midnight's nuts.
Yeah, dude, midnight's crazy now. And I
Midnight's
remember staying up
crazy.
till 5.
Bro, now that you say this, like, so Gibson wakes up between 6 and 7 usually, consistently. Now, like, I can't sleep past, like, 7 o'clock, dude.
Wow, yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
even on a Saturday, like, I'm up at, like, 6, dude.
Yeah.
And then, like, 10 o'clock rolls around, I'm like, holy shit, I'm so tired right now. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I'm usually-
burning and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm usually the first one to bed and the first one up. Like
Yeah.
that's just the way it is. Like,
Yeah.
and Hannah doesn't like sleep in super late. Like I'm usually up at like 7 to 8, and she's usually up from like 8 to 9, anywhere in between there. But like it's just natural.
I used to
Like,
always,
get
like-
up at 5:30 for work. So,
I used to always, like, make fun of my parents. Like, how the hell do you get up so early?
Yeah.
Like, it's
Sleep until
Saturday.
fucking like
Yeah.
It's
noon.
noon, 1
Yeah.
o'clock, I'm just getting up, but now it's like, alright, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels better.
Yeah.
You just I don't know.
It
I just
does.
feel better. Like if I
Doesn't
drink,
you don't wish you could sleep in sometimes though?
I do. I
no,
do feel
because
that
of the
way.
way I feel. Like the rest of the day, I feel tired. Like if I don't wake up
That's
between that
true.
period, like if
That's
I sleep
true.
till
That's a
like
good point.
10, 11 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
like one, I feel like, God damn, I just wasted this entire day.
Yeah.
And like two is just, I don't know, I just feel tired the rest of the day. Like
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
overslept.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, but it's still weird to me waking up on a Saturday and the sun's not up yet.
That is nuts.
You know what I mean?
I'm at least up, I'm up at like, 7 or 8 whenever the sun's like creeping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
yeah. But I don't know,
I get up and like there's sunlight coming through my house and I feel like, okay, yeah, I got a really good sleep. Because when I
we're
leave for
starting.
work, bro, it is pitch black.
Yeah, same.
You know, I go into work and I don't see the sun.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever on Saturdays I'm like, golly, Rooster Crows, I slept great, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude.
Do you find like when you take like a week off or like whatever of working out or 2 weeks, this happens to me, you just feel like smaller?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just feel like almost more cut up or
Yeah.
anything, something like that.
Oh,
I
you
don't
mean
know.
like-
I'm like actually like just like thinner or something. I don't know. I have this weird feeling that, like if I take like a week off, consistent or a week like, and while I'm consistently working out, and I'll
Yeah.
take a week off, I'm like, oh, right, oh. kinda
I don't
good
feel
right
that way.
now.
I feel smaller and I'm like, shit. I'm like, fuck.
When
Because I
feel
just have
small is
different
when I
goals.
feel
Well,
good.
Yeah,
So-
I wish my mindset was there, or like my body weight was there. I'm just trying to gain weight is so much more different that it's like I can't imagine what it is trying to lose weight.
You literally need to just eat.
I don't want to eat shit though, because I do feel like shit when I eat shit.
Honestly,
That's what I've told JD.
you do eat shit sometimes.
I do eat shit sometimes.
And you don't show it.
Yeah,
So that means you can eat shit.
but it's like I may look healthy.
Try to
but-
eat good. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like try
yeah.
to eat good, but like when you go out, like it's not gonna kill you to have a big ass steak with a loaded baked potato and some French fries or mac and cheese. Like
See, that's
That's-
healthy for me.
that's
I'm
good
like,
for
I'm like,
you.
That's a good meal.
that's good for you.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get You know, I'm gonna get a steak.
If I'm getting that, that's my only meal for the whole day.
Really?
Really?
Big ass meal like that.
Well,
yeah.
I would get that. I would get like steak, and then I would get broccoli, and
Yeah.
maybe like rice or something like
Bro,
that.
see,
Yeah.
I
Or
can't-
maybe like a salad.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't go to a restaurant and like order a salad
And like
or like
restrict
do
broccoli.
yourself.
Like I can't do it.
It's
I can
hard,
do broccoli.
I
but can't
cannot
do
do it.
salad.
I'm like, I'm paying for this. I'm gonna eat like what I want.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat like I don't hate broccoli, but I'm not gonna go to a restaurant and order broccoli.
Yeah.
I
Or
do
if
it
I'm
a
going
lot.
out to eat and I'm paying for a meal, like I'm getting what I want.
Yeah.
I don't think
I do it a lot.
You do?
Yeah, I do it.
I mean, that's a different.
But I enjoy
mindset,
it. I
guess.
really, honestly, I truly enjoy that meal.
Yeah.
Like I can go to like
I think
Texas
that's
Roadhouse.
different.
I can go to Texas Roadhouse, get like their ribeye with broccoli and a baked potato.
Yeah.
I won't get it loaded.
How many
Sometimes
rolls
I
you
do,
eat?
but
How many rolls you eat?
Yeah,
two.
Two.
I get two. I give myself two because I know I want more, but I give myself two.
Yeah.
Like Locaretta, like if we go to Locaretta, you're not eating good, so I just say fuck it, give me as many boxes of chips you can.
Yeah,
I'll fucking
dude,
eat 'em all.
but like, dude, I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant and just been like, yeah, I'll take the fucking green beans, dude.
Dude, I get the green beans and what I get at Texas Roadhouse.
That
They're
would be
Green
so
beans are
good.
fire.
That would be
Oh my
that would be what I
gosh.
go to though. If I were to get like a vegetable or something,
I
it would
agree.
be green beans just because
Yeah.
they're easy.
Yeah.
I don't hate broccoli as much
Yeah.
anymore, but I like it kind of cooked a certain way now.
Yeah.
I like it cooked in the air fryer. Lexi cooks
Yeah,
it in the
crispy.
air
Oh,
fryer.
dude, with
It's
some
got a little
garlic.
bit- It's got a little bit of a
Fire.
crunch to it. Like
Get
I really,
the tips a little brown.
yeah,
and
dude,
black.
yeah, I love it like that.
It's-
I think
that's-
that's the only way I can eat it now. Is
Yeah.
like that. But I'm not going to a restaurant like getting that shit, bro. I'm getting fucking French fries. And if we're at Texas Roadhouse getting or Outback, I'm getting the mac and cheese. Like I'm
Yeah.
getting that shit, dude. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm gonna go pee real quick, but when I get back, you wanna hit the starting five?
Oh yeah, yeah, I do.
Because I gotta wrap this up here in about like 20 minutes.
Oh, you're good.
So, because I gotta hit that party, but
Oh, yeah.
we'll hit the starting five. Are you? All right. So starting five this week, we're gonna do all-time sports uniforms across any sport, whatever it is. And we all know the order. Starting with 5, your least favorite, going to 1, your favorite. To start off, I'm gonna do a couple of honorable mentions, just because there are so many dope uniforms out there.
Fair enough.
This one may come kind of out of left field, but Ole Miss's baby blue uniforms, they're just pretty. Baby blue with the white and red stripe on them, dude. It's a pretty uniform, and I always enjoy when they wear them.
Pretty.
It's a
Good
beautiful uniform.
Beautiful sounds better than pretty.
All right, beautiful uniform. Them and kind of the same vibe as the retro Patriots. The one with like the Patriot down with the
Okay.
football, I
Okay,
guess.
yeah,
yeah.
I love that look.
Mhm.
The all red, like that's such a fire uniform.
Mhm.
But to move on past that, my number 5 is definitely going to be controversial, and I'm not just choosing this because it's my fucking favorite team. But the Florida Gators gator skin jerseys.
Gator skin jersey.
Gator skin jerseys. Their
Were they
helmets, their jerseys, and their pants were literally like dark green gator skin.
actually- What?
Dude, I swear to God, they looked so good.
Real gator skin?
Not real.
Okay.
But like gator
I
skin
don't-
is what the print was.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah.
I thought they were amazing. People hated them. Look,
Oh my gosh.
I thought they were fire.
I don't know.
I told you it's
He should be
controversial.
wearing blue long sleeves.
Yeah, I
with that.
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a better picture than just Felipe Franks, but I fucked with those uniforms heavy. And then my number 4, we're gonna go across the table to the UT Smoky Gray jerseys, Smoky Mountain Gray with the mountains on the helmets, dude. Fire uniforms, and it looks so good. That like dark gray looks so good with that UT orange,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I agree.
I thought they
like
looked
that jersey.
fantastic. It's the black and orange is close second because I think that's a great
Black
color
and orange
combi-
is sick.
That's a great color combination. But the UT with the Smoky Mountains on the helmet,
Yeah.
fire. So that's my number 4. My number 3 is the Miami Heat, Miami Vice uniforms.
Oh, dude, yeah, that
The
was
baby
sick.
blue,
That
the
was
baby
sick.
blue with the pink.
Yeah,
oh,
it
dude.
goes so well.
So fire.
Mhm.
So that's my number 3 is the Miami Heat, Miami Vice. My number 2, they just wore it this past weekend, is the Kelsey Green Eagles jerseys.
Yeah, those are sick.
Oh,
Those are sick.
So sick, dude.
Yo,
that
Lex-
green, something about that green is just mwah.
Lexi my wife wants a hoodie like of that color. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't even really like the Eagles or whatever.
That
but
green
just
is
loves
pretty,
like that
dude.
logo. Yeah,
Beautiful.
sick.
Sorry, beautiful.
yeah.
That's so pretty. But no, dude, I love those jerseys. And it gives like They did a really good job with that one, making it feel like modern but retro. Like using the retro colors but putting it on a modern jersey.
Did they just have a white stripe on it too with the numbers, or did they?
No, it looks like a legit like a modern Eagles jersey, but in Kelsey green.
Okay.
It looks.
I think it
so
does.
good.
It does have like a white stripe on the arm.
Yeah. It gives it that classic look.
Exactly.
I think. Yeah. So that's my number 2 is the Kelsey green Eagles jerseys, and my number 1 is just iconic. When I think about growing up watching NFL football, is the San Diego Chargers, at the time San Diego, powder blue jerseys. I remember LaDainian Tomlinson running over every motherfucker. My dad had a powder blue LaDainian Tomlinson jersey that I like inherited and would like wear around the house sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 1 is the powder blue Chargers jerseys.
No, dude. I'll fuck with that.
Yeah.
Hard.
I'll run it back real quick just to go through. My number 5 is the Gator skin jerseys. My number 4 is the UT Smoky Gray. My number 3 is Miami Heat, Miami Vice. My number 2 is Kelsey Green for the Eagles. And my number 1 is the powder blue Chargers jerseys.
Yeah, that's a great starting five. All right, mine. You already know 5-1. My number 5, just because of how iconic it has been to me, and it's like I first saw it in the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, is the Chicago Blackhawks hockey jersey.
Yeah.
Just that shirt that has the chief head on it, and then like he had Griswold on the back with the 00 did. I was like, that is so cool. So like when I finally got money later in life, I was like, I have to have one of these jerseys. So I now have a Chicago Blackhawks jersey. I just think it's so sick. Wearing a hoodie,
jersey.
dude. Going snowboarding in a hockey jersey, you just feel so cool. You know what I mean? Even if you're like catching edge and falling, it's like, man, I still look cool.
Yeah,
you know what I
I
mean?
look cool doing it.
But dude, Chicago Blackhawks is my number 5. My number 4, just probably has to be the black and orange and white. Just kind of the typical, but I think of like 2005 era Bengals jersey.
Yeah.
Like I had
Chad Ochocinco.
Chad Ochocinco, that era. Like I had a Chad Ochocinco jersey, and I was like, man, that shit's so sick. And orange is my favorite color. Like not Tennessee orange and not quite Texas orange, but like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like just that orange. Tiger orange. Yeah. That's easily in my top 5 right there. So that's my number 4. Number 3, Atlanta Braves jersey. You know what I mean? You got the tomahawk on it.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you see the Indian on it. I don't know what era, but just Atlanta Braves jersey, just like the Cardinals, is like that's just such a classic. Especially you think of that 80s time period. You know what I mean? It's whenever, or maybe 90s, whenever Deion Sanders was playing for the Braves, and then he'd go play for the Falcons, and just seeing, I don't know, that's what makes that shit iconic for me. And leading into that, my number 2 is the Atlanta Falcons, that 1990s era jersey, whenever they wear the all black and the Falcons logo. Like the Falcon had longer wings.
Yeah.
It didn't look how it looks like now. Like the wings were way longer.
It was just like an outline.
It was an outline of it,
Yeah.
dude. Like that Deion Sanders era, that him playing for 2 Atlanta professional sports teams was just crazy. And that all black, just super gnarly for me. I thought that was sick. And number 1, the Milwaukee Bucks in the 90s. That jersey, either if it was probably the purple one. The purple one that had the green buck on it.
Yeah.
Not just like a logo of a buck, it had a legit deer on it. That shit's just so hard to me.
Kind of looked like Jägermeister.
It did. It really did.
For real.
Oh, dude, I think that's so cool. So if I'm playing 2K, you already know what jersey I'm picking for the Bucks.
Yeah. For me, I'm not. I feel like my stuff's gonna be more like just traditional stuff. I'm not gonna go specific into like all these different ones.
Yeah.
Number 5, Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame shit is badass looking. Like anywhere you go, you know what team that is just by they're only people with the gold helmets like that.
Yeah.
There's actual like gold flake in their helmets. I think that's pretty badass. Just a tradition that's been forever since the school started.
Yeah.
And then number 5, number 4, dude. I think Texas has sick uniforms. The longhorn and everything. Burnt orange with the longhorn. Again, just like iconic. Like you see it anywhere, you're like, oh, University of Texas, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No matter where you're at, you know that uniform. And then number 3, bro. Where do I go, bro? Number 3. I always thought the University of Miami had sick uniforms.
They do.
The U,
They
all the
do.
different color. I mean, it literally is the same color wave as that, but just with
Yeah.
the U and everything. I always thought those were just badass looking uniforms.
Yeah, minus the blue. They just took the blue out of it, and that's their colors.
Yeah, and for some reason, growing up, I like always wanted to go there. Like NCAA, I always picked Miami. I always
Yeah.
thought it was just like a cool school. And be like, oh, it'd be so cool to like go to college in Miami.
yeah.
Arguably one of the best college teams to have ever touched the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Dewey Johnson.
Right.
But and then number 2, I guess I'm gonna shift to baseball. I don't like them, but it's an iconic uniform. Just the Yankee pinstripes, I think, are pretty sick.
yeah,
Like
dude.
anywhere, like especially being out of the country, that's like them and the Dodgers are the only teams you wear like people not from the U.S. wearing. It's
Yeah.
a Yankees hat or like a Dodgers hat. That's the only teams you see represented like overseas, really anywhere. Like with their clothing and then with just hats, like it's just so recognizable.
Yeah.
Just by the logos. And then obviously number 1 is going to be St. Louis Cardinals, their Saturday home jersey. The cream jersey says St. Louis across with the birds on the bat, and then with the St. Louis STL hats, I think it's just badass. I have the jersey. I think they're just sweet. It's honestly kind of a tie between them and they have like a Potter Blue jersey, which is a Saturday away. Which, I've been a massive St. Louis Cardinals fan my whole life, so I have to throw they have to be over the top
Yeah,
for
that's
uniforms that I like.
That's
But yeah,
sick.
probably that's probably it.
That's a good starting 5. I
Mhm.
mean, that going with a traditional classic jersey is you can't beat it.
No, not at all.
And especially like what you were saying with like everybody overseas like knows the Yankees or the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, we're known a lot of times in other countries as Yanks. Like
Yeah.
that's like a slang term for Americans is Yanks,
Mhm.
Yankees. So I
That's
mean,
crazy.
yeah, it's just like it's
I mean,
easy to
you
remember
think
that
with those
baseball team.
logos, especially like the friggin' LA Dodgers or whatever
Yeah.
logo, like it's
Yeah.
so recognizable.
Yeah,
like
extremely.
and it's
Yeah.
involved in like fashion and
It is.
it's part of like Western culture, whatever. Is
Yeah.
literally the freaking Yankees and the Dodgers.
Well, the
Yeah.
LA to fashion, like those LA hats to fashion, is the same thing on the East Coast as a New York Yankees cap
Mhm.
in fashion on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Same thing.
100%. And what you said about the pinstripe with the Yankees, I mean, that's so true. And it made me
Yeah.
think of another iconic jersey is when the Orlando Magic had the pinstripe
Yeah.
jerseys. Dude, the black with the blue pinstripe when Shaq was there his rookie year. That jersey to me is so cool, and I love pinstriping on jersey, and they don't really do it anymore.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah, it's
that's
kind of like a
so
throwback or like just traditional jersey
sick.
style.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like a lot of jerseys nowadays are like a little bit too plain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like back in the early 2000s and like late 90s, like jerseys were wild.
I agree.
Like especially in the NBA, like the logos, like
Yeah.
the Pistons old logo.
Yeah. Oh,
Compared to now,
with the
I think-
freaking horse with the train. Yeah.
yeah, the horse with the fucking exhaust pipes on it.
Yeah, that's
fire.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That's fire.
crazy.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm a simple guy. I like simple.
You like Simple, yeah?
Yeah.
You like Alabama's jersey?
Yeah, I do like their jersey.
Do you really?
Well, because like it's so basic, but like imagine just wearing that. Like holy shit, dude!
Yeah,
like
you're
I'm-
proving a point.
Yeah, like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you wear. Like
yeah,
it's
I
freaking Alabama.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you know
I
what I
get
mean?
that.
You see
I
the
get
numbers
that.
on the side of the helmet, you know.
Yeah,
you're
you
fucked.
know,
Yeah.
you see that, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to be flashy or anything. Like
That's
they're gonna
true.
run you over. Like
That's
it doesn't
true.
matter what they wear. Same with Georgia. They don't wear any like crazy uniforms.
Yeah,
You don't ever see them having some crazy combination or anything.
that's
I
so
mean,
true.
it's an honor just to wear that uniform.
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything
I'd
else.
rather die.
I respect
Yeah.
that.
Okay. But it's
Your
like it's
jerseys
also the same
suck.
thing with so I said like Ohio State, and then also with like Michigan. Michigan's had the exact same uniform.
That
like,
fucking helmet is iconic.
with the
Yeah.
Wolverine thing
Yeah.
or whatever on it, but like it's been
Iconic.
the exact same thing for I don't even know since probably the school came. They haven't changed it at all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, that's our starting 5.
real quick though, uniform I hate Maryland. I hate their
Really?
uniform.
I kind of fuck with the flag
It's
on the
too
shoulder
much going
pads.
on, dude.
There's
I
a
think
lot
it's too
going
much
on, but I kind of fuck with it. I think black, red, and yellow go very well together.
Yeah, I just think there's too much going on in their uniforms.
Well, there's a lot going on their flag.
Yeah, I mean, well,
So-
just put like it is an M, but like in the stripe they got the I don't know. There's too much going on.
There is a lot going on, but I kind of like it. I fuck with it.
And before we wrap it up, no one said this, but I think one of the most iconic jerseys ever is also the Dallas Cowboys.
It is.
uniform.
It is.
Dude, I think that's so sick.
It's also a super recognizable uniform.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they don't really ever change it up too much.
Not
The only thing
much.
they changed up was they had like red, white, and blue in the star,
Maybe, yeah.
whatever, with the stripe. But yeah,
Well, I mean, their home jerseys are white.
I feel like more teams are more teams doing that.
Well, basketball, that's the way it is. So,
Well,
like, in
that's how it
football,
is in
you only
baseball,
wear
too.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah, in baseball, you wear white when
Yeah,
you're
at
home.
home.
Basketball, you wear white when you're at home.
I just
Yeah.
saw
Football is like one of the only sports you wear colors at home.
So the Cowboys did it. I don't remember who I was watching, but I was watching someone else, and they did it too. Like no, it was an NFL team.
Oh, I don't know.
So I don't know if they felt like they were on a hot streak wearing the white jerseys, or
Yeah.
like sometimes you'll see teams do that.
Yeah.
So they want to stay in those uniforms. But like I think it's weird like in football when they wear all white at home. Like
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be like that.
If white's one of your primary colors, then it's kind of like now you're throwing everybody for a loop.
Yeah.
It's like they're
Well, when you
they're
do
at
that-
home wearing white.
Yeah.
So it feels weird.
And when you do that, you're forced. The other team has to wear their home jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
That is weird. I wish teams
Weird sport tactics, possibly.
It's got to be a head game
Yeah.
for sure.
Jerry Jones' old ass been around long enough to know any sort of head game.
Yeah.
That guy was around during the slave trade.
No kidding.
Well, to end it on that bright note, AJ, dude, we appreciate you coming on. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys having me.
Of course,
Good time.
dude. Of course.
Next time you come on, we got to get Dominic on here too.
Yeah.
Dude.
Talk about the stories.
Or me and Peyton. I feel like me and Peyton would be fun.
Mongo, I want to get
Yeah.
Mongo on really bad.
Yeah.
I really do. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna wrap it up. That was our starting five. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Again, don't forget to go down below, like, comment, and subscribe to the video.
That's right.
We're still trying to reach 100 subs. We'll get there eventually, but
Yeah, we will.
fuck it, we're having a good time with this podcast, and having guests on like AJ just makes it even more fun. So
Yeah, peek on Fantasy Forecast too.
Yeah.
Fantasy Forecast.
That's
shout out Fantasy Forecast for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, dude, it's been a blast.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We'll see y'all next time.
Let's do it again. Peace.